We are in a 2017 Acura NSX. Chuck, he's letting me drive his bad boy. We're going up the mountain. Not only that, I got another surprise for you of another NSX we're going to be testing out here today, so stick around. Oh my God. Shit. We're in this beautiful 2017 Acura NSX. The reason why I want to talk about this car a little bit is because it has a JB4 tune in it. Again, I mentioned before when I rode with Chuck, he also has a downpipe. So I kind of wanted to see what that JB4 tune box is all about. Oh, the turn. Oh my God, the G's, honey. This thing, oh boy, is that good. Going around those turns and just holding it, the car just wants to stay in the line that you're choosing. Ooh, the steering is so freaking precise. So much like the supercharger whine that I like to get into and then let off, get the whee! This turbo with the downpipe and everything. Oh, it's intoxicating. You have to turn into a child. It's amazing. Now, there's no mechanical connection to the brakes. It's actually all electronic. All you have to do with these brakes is just touch them. If you think about slowing down and you just barely brush your foot over the brake, it does it. Now let's talk about this transmission for a second, because holy crap, is it amazingly smooth. Fifth, fourth, third. Did the camera move once? No, it didn't, because this transmission is insane. You know, I talk about bikes that have really smooth quick shifters and stuff like that. I'd say this, it would be likened to my Aprilia quick shifter, where it's just butter one way or the other. That rhymed. Now, part of what makes the NSX an amazing everyday supercar is, one, the ride quality. It's a little bumpy, but you don't notice it here. Not only that, it's actually very quiet in here. You know, there's, other than the turbo noise, there's not a lot of road noise, you don't have a lot of tire noise, there's not a lot of wind noise. It's almost, I don't want to say luxury, but it's just a really fun, beautiful, and just easy place to be. I've done a review on this 2017. This particular one has a JB4 tune. It's got another couple boxes in it that make it even more peppy and amazing, but it's not about this one. Oh no, oh no. Today is more about this guy right here. I finally get my hands on this beautiful Long Beach Blue Pearl, and this particular one, according to its serial numbers, was one of the first ones in this color, so that makes this car even more rare. When you look at this car, its successor, the newer NSX, there's some styling cues, sure, but this car is timeless. It's not going to age. 2002. In 20 years, it's still going to look amazing. We are in a 2002 Honda Acura NSX, and oh boy. Okay, immediate first impressions. It's got to be revved. Has to be revved. They told me 5,000 and above. Oh my God, the grip is where it likes to be. The brakes, I like a little more touch to them, a little more feel to them. I push them, nothing happens. You gotta really get on them for them to feel something. But it's all about the steering of this car. And, you know, much like the car that I just hopped out of, this car feels just as precise and in tune. If anything, it's more so. You know, we step away from all the computers and electronics and everything, and we step into, it's you in the car. We step into mechanics. And of course, it's a 6-speed. All right, so let's give this some beans. There we go. You know, the VTEC kick in. Oh boy, the grip. The grip, the grip, the grip. This thing carries so much speed. The throws are super, super short and precise. The way this car picks up speed is phenomenal. It's not super intimidating. Like the new NSX picks up speed so savagely. This car is just beautifully maintained. Like now the shift down the second, we're at third. Oh, the front end feels planted. What a fun freaking car. Woo. You know, if you lean on the engine a little bit to do some engine braking, it's actually a lot better mixed with the brakes. Oh boy. Yeah. So good. And the thing I love about this car, it's you and it. Like there's not a lot of driver aids on this car, and it lets you be you. Like it doesn't flatter you. If you mess up, you'll know it. But man, the gearbox is very easy right off the bat. Like I feel comfortable driving this manual straight away. Most cars take several miles, a couple minutes, maybe an hour to really get used to and get a good feel for what the clutch engagement, disengagement is. This car, instant. There's a VTEC that kicks in. The VTEC! Oh, the heel toe is really easy in this because the brakes and the gas are so close together. Oh. Whew. Yeah, that's good. As you saw with my driving experience, the steering is phenomenal. You brake and go into a turn, there's confidence. You feel that weight in the front end. There's so much feedback through the tires and the steering wheel. And even though this is electric steering, it almost feels hydraulic and almost even just straight up mechanical. Oh my God, is this transmission good. You know, we drive newer cars with the 6-speed and they take some effort. This car, being 15 years old, seamless shifts, is super easy to figure out when you drive it, and it's just incredible. One of the biggest draws of this car, aside from its aesthetics, is it is absolutely stunning. It's really the driving experience. You know, this motor, it's a 3.2 V6 and it produces around 290 horsepower. I drove that Evo 10MR and that also had 290 horsepower. The way this picks up, it's totally different. It just slowly builds speed in the most calm way. Now we look at brakes on cars, you know how I am about them. These have been upgraded and they have a decent feel. There's a little pedal travel where nothing really happens and then they start to grab, but because this car has so much engine braking, they work very well in conjunction with each other. You see where the NSXs have come from, now you see where they're at. And you might say, well, this is an NSX. That is. No, you think about what this NSX did, it challenged the supercars of the day. People want to compare this to a Lamborghini, Ferrari, what have you, like a Huracan or an Audi R8. This car doesn't compare to those. Yes, it's in the price range, but it's a hybrid electric. That is a Porsche 918, McLaren P1, Ferrari LaFerrari. The new NSX has challenged what a supercar is nowadays. What a freaking blast I had today. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Mark, for allowing me to drive your NSXs, because they are freaking incredible. Look at these guys. So with that, I hope you all have a good one. I'm out.